9 signs that you're lonely. Regardless of how it may appear, there are 9 subtle signs that you are lonely. Loneliness has been shown to be detrimental to one's health and well-being. It can result in anxiety, sadness, a weakened immune system, high blood pressure, and cardiovascular disease. Loneliness has even been designated as a public health issue. Maintaining relationships with family and friends is critical to staying as healthy as possible. There's a reason social is a need in The Sims. Even if you don't feel lonely, keep an eye out for these seemingly innocuous signs of loneliness. Your body may be trying to tell you something. Number 1. You're exhausted all the time. Sleep fragmentation, defined as arousals and awakenings that disrupt the usual stages and architecture of sleep, was linked to loneliness in a 2011 study. In other words, it occurs when you repeatedly wake up during the night and are unable to fall asleep. If you're thinking, well, I always sleep through the night, so that can't be the reason I'm so tired, you should pay closer attention. You may only stay awake for a short period of time, for which you have no memory or awareness the next morning, but it prevents you from completing a full sleep cycle. According to the study, lonely people do not sleep as well as people who feel more connected to others, and loneliness is a strong predictor of sleep fragmentation. Number 2, you place a high value on material possessions. Materialism and loneliness are also thought to be related. One 6-year study of 2,500 people found that loneliness caused people to frequently go out and buy material things, but also points out that the opposite is not true. Materialism does not cause loneliness. As a result, if you suddenly find yourself obsessing over material items and purchasing more frequently than usual, filling a gap, if you will, you may be going through a difficult time. Number 3, you find yourself taking long, hot showers. Researchers discovered a link between physical and social warmth in a study published in the scientific journal Emotion. In essence, if a person is socially cold, aka lonely, they are more likely to try to replace emotional warmth with physical warmth by taking hot showers and baths. Number 4, it is impossible to stop binge watching television. Binge watching can indicate a variety of issues, including loneliness, despair, and a lack of self-control. A study conducted at the University of Texas at Austin discovered a link between loneliness and binge-watching television. They discovered that the more lonely and unhappy the study participants were, the more inclined they were to binge-watch TV, utilizing this activity to shift away from unpleasant sensations. Number 5, you keep making big problems out of minor ones. If you've been feeling more stressed than usual lately, you might just be lonely. According to Psychology Today, lonely people report higher levels of perceived stress, even when exposed to the same stressors as non-lonely persons and even while resting. So, if the last few months were not inherently more stressful than usual, but you felt extra stressed about minor issues, it could be loneliness raising your stress hormones and blood pressure. Number 6, you devote a significant amount of time for social media. A study discovered that heavy use of social media was associated with feelings of social isolation. Those who spent more than 2 hours per day on social media were twice as likely to feel lonely as those who spent less than 30 minutes on social media platforms. However, it's unknown what caused it. Is it loneliness that causes an increase in social media use, or is it social media use that causes feelings of loneliness? In any case, we now have concrete evidence that using social media in place of real-world connections is harmful to your well-being. Number 7, you associate with other lonely people. According to a 2010 study, loneliness spreads through a contagious process. So, even if you don't feel lonely, your social network may be making you feel lonely. In other words, if you have friends who are lonely, you are more likely to be lonely as well. According to research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, if someone close to you is lonely, you are 52% more likely to be lonely. Number 8, you've gained weight. Weight gain is a common side effect of depression, so it should come as no surprise that it could be an indicator of loneliness. Ashley Turner, a mental health counselor, says loneliness is a major motivator for overeating. To nurture and nourish ourselves, we naturally turn to food. It is the most obvious way to satisfy our hunger. But when we're lonely, what we really want is some closeness, intimacy, love, or friendship, someone to share our lives with. Number 9. You seem to have a cold all the time. Loneliness can weaken your immune system, making you vulnerable to colds and other viruses. It can quickly spiral out of control because being sick at home isolates you from friends and family, making you feel even more alone. According to a UCLA study, lonely people's immune systems prioritize fighting bacteria over fighting viruses, making them more susceptible to viral illnesses. Loneliness has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, dementia, high blood pressure, inflammation, and even learning and memory problems, making it a greater health risk than obesity or smoking. As you work to become a better version of yourself, click here to see the video that you might find entertaining. As soon as I upload a new video, you can be notified by subscribing to the channel and pressing the notification bell. If you want to see more of this type of content, please click the like button and share it with your friends and family. Regarding today's question, what happens if you spend too much time alone? Leave a comment below outlining any other factors to help this community flourish. Thank you for taking the time to watch Under Construction.